Hey, hi, hello. It's the LaSala Show, episode 78. I'm here with back-to-back guests, Santiago Tamez Palmo and his lovely girlfriend, wife, fiance, who knows, Isabel David. How say you?
I'm doing pretty well. It's glad to be here. Nice sunny day.
It's cloudy outside. What the hell are you speaking of?
It's pretty sunny for me, yeah. You know, every day is a good day.
How bad did I butcher your name, by the way?
Oh, pretty badly, but
okay, all right. I'll take it. Tell us a story real quick and take your shoes off, but also don't.
Okay, that sounds good. My shoes smell pretty bad, but not as bad as my farts,
Okay, all right.
My farts are pretty bad.
So the last time you farted in front of Isabel was when?
That was probably... I had a good one like a few nights ago. I took a video and I sent it to my best friend Pablo, and I just ripped some ass.
Wow.
And, yeah, I still have the video. It's pretty good. I gotta save that one.
So, you're comfortable farting in front of your lover?
Oh yes, most definitely.
Okay.
She's got to take in the flavor if she wants the it's a whole package,
Okay, all right. So the downstairs area is not a mix-up. It is come as you are.
Oh, quite well. So yes, it's true identity right there.
I think my own insecurities caused me to not fart in front of my lady because, first of all, they're offensive to me, myself, and I don't want her to be less attracted to me if she smells like a real banger and she's like, dude, you're gonna kill me one day with this fart.
I understand that. I feel like the longer you hold it in, the day that it will come out, it's gonna be the worst day of your life. So you just gotta, put a fresh one in there on the daily.
Right.
And once it starts not to smell as bad, she'll love you for who you are, and you don't have to worry about not farting.
I know.
Sometimes you gotta go.
But here's the thing: I don't want to hear her farting, because then, Look at all the vitamins that I take. That's what contributes to all of my gas. So it's healthy, but it's also disgusting.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from that when it's something that comes so natural to the human body.
Yeah.
And you just gotta...
Well, you have to, glue your butthole shut and
learn to clench,
move on. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you do if you're driving someone somewhere and you have a real ripper waiting?
Oh, man, it depends on the person, how much they're tipping. If I have to drive them and, it's not my choice, then they're going to dread the gas. They're going to smell the same
thing.
Did
you just fart just now, Isabel? I thought I heard a toot coming.
You see, and it happens when you get nervous. So
right.
It's when you least expect it, or when you're most expecting it not to come out.
Well, it's like, look, do you want me to get you where you need to be, or can you smell a little of my ass?
Yeah, we could always take the long way around it. You're still going to end up smelling a little bit,
Sir, can you please unlock the windows? Sir, please, come on. Yeah, I did a little Ubering, and the only thing
Sorry, I couldn't find that in your home.
What the fuck?
Yo, Siri, shut the fuck up.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. So, when I did Uber, it was a temporary thing, but the only time I offended people was with my music selection. And, I like a lot of hip-hop. I also like a lot of jazz. I like some Steely Dan. My range is very wide, but there was one time where I picked up this old white lady, and she was very like cantankerous and
Superstitious.
just like she. Oh, I have some boxes. Can you help me put them in the trunk? And it was like filing boxes, and I was like, yeah, of course. Customer's always right.
Of course.
And then so I have some easy listening jazz going, and then all of a sudden like Jay-Z comes on. What more can I say? You bitches thought I was. And she was like, can't believe this music. But she just like muttered it under her breath, and I just like turned it up a little bit more.
I can't hear her anymore.
Yeah. But never farting, never burping, never eating. Have you ever had a burger while you're driving?
Oh man, I wish I could say I have, but I've been pretty cheap on my food. I've only been eating either the moment I lay my hands on some food, I start devouring, or I eat at home. So, yeah, it's hard to be behind the wheel on some eating.
Yeah, I feel like I think like maybe some ribs, if like you're driving with one hand and you just got a rib in your mouth and you're like trying to like tear it.
Oh yeah, you gotta suck up the sauce.
Yeah. And then you get it on your face and you're like licking your fingertips, and also like, oh, you're driving with your knee. Can you drive with your knee?
Oh, most definitely. It's a skill I've acquired over the years.
He passed the test, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever had a DUI?
Not in this country.
All right. See, that's always a thing that I think is interesting, is because it's almost like every single person in this state drinks and drives. So to not have a DUI, I think, is almost like shameful. Like, dude, you haven't had a DUI before? What the fuck? What are you...
living under a rock?
Like, what? How do you have fun? Like, what... Do you just stay at home all day? Like, what the hell?
Go to church? Have a family? The fuck is that about?
Not for me. So, alright, let's get into some fucking garbage-ass questions to determine, have you grown any since our last episode?
Probably not.
Have you ever passed out or thrown up at a party?
Many times.
Or both.
So many times that I honestly don't have a straight number for you. I faintly remember some of them. I've chosen not to remember the others. Most of them in my country of origin, Mexico, where I was able to drink and drive from a young age of, I'd say, 14 to 15.
Damn. So this is a professional driver, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he's got some experience under his belt.
Oh yes, very much so. I've drank and drove and done much more so than just the legal substances, and I've gotten my squad over to the next country over. I mean, not the next country over, but the next county over.
Oh, don't get the DEI over here or whatever.
Oh,
CIA or the
ICE.
Icy. We're gonna get them all out. They're terrible people.
The illegals.
I don't want them in.
No.
What is the water situation at your house? Like, if I were to come and ask for a glass of water.
We got that big old water filter. The rectangular,
like the Brita filter and all that shit.
But a larger one, not the pint.
Okay.
Liter server.
All right. And what kind of glass am I getting? Am I getting in like a coffee cup or like a
you're getting it
proper
in a
16 ounce?
Probably in a jar, a cleaned out jar.
Oh, a mason jar. Okay.
Yeah, probably like a pickle jar or something.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like a paste picante, but it's been washed a couple times.
Definitely. It might still have, some glue, some paper still on it. If you're lucky, you might get a coffee mug,
Hey, it adds the flavor,
Oh, yeah. Pickles are good for you. Your joints. You ever had a Charlie horse?
Oh, every day, every morning when I wake up, yeah.
I've almost cried over one, and it was pretty bad.
Dude, I've had to, like, literally get up out of bed and then fall down. And then, I mean, you see how cramped this room is. Like, it is jolting pain where you're just like, it feels like God is squeezing your tendons and being like, you fucking didn't drink enough water or pickle juice.
It's like God looked the other way and let the devil do it for you, you know?
Yeah. They used to be good friends, too, from what I heard from the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, he just got one.
Nice.
That's the littlest guy,
That's the
too.
kill shot, too.
Little Bobby.
He's black.
I'm so proud of him. He's never going to grow. For the listeners, we're watching little Bobby, my Bohemian Anoli,
What's in
chow
it?
down on a little cricket there. Yeah, little Bobby. All right, not to derail the podcast, but coleslaw. Yes or no?
I don't feel like I've had a good one so far, so I'm going to say no to coleslaw.
All right, it's fair. I would suggest killing yourself.
Okay. I've thought about it too, you know.
Nah.
It's right around the corner.
How many pillows do you have in the bed?
On the bed or next to the bed?
How many pillows do you sleep with? Like, do you have 2 under your head, 1 in between your legs, and 1 that you hold? Or...
Oh, you said pillows. I thought you said pills. But yes.
Wow. Okay. Glad that your mind went there.
Oh, yeah. It's not a good mind. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. I only sleep with 1 pillow.
1 pillow?
Yeah, I feel like 2 raises my neck too much to, like...
Okay.
Crimp my spine.
But do you, like, scrunch the pillows to, like, give your head a little bit of leverage? Or is it just, like...
Yeah, I feel like if it's a thin pillow, I'll probably do that. Just to, you know, give it a little height, but not too much. And a double pillow will definitely fuck me up.
But you don't do anything between the legs?
When I used to sleep alone, probably. You know, just to keep the thighs closed.
Isabel.
Cool. But, yeah, I have Isabel sleeping next to me, so she provides the body heat to my legs. And I usually, either she or I attack her with her cold feet.
Ah, yes, dude. Dude, Maddie, like, literally punched me a couple nights ago because my hands were so cold from playing video games for so long. And she was watching some, you know, one of her shows. And I just, like, out of nowhere, just, like, reached over and touched her thigh. And she, like, gave me a good one right in the arm. And I was like, Jesus. She was like, that was cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta, I mean, you know, it's playful romanticism.
Yeah, like terrorism, but
Yeah.
love and terrorism, you know.
If
Not
you can't,
hateful terrorism.
if you can't get away with that, then you shouldn't be together. That's what I say.
Oh, definitely so.
Do you have an Asian friend?
Oh, yes, I do. I saw him today, actually.
Are you serious?
Yes. Believe it or not, his name is Fat. With a P-H-A-T.
Wow, dude. That used to be like the coolest way to spell fat back in the day. Like, it was like someone just had made it up.
Mm-hmm. It's like, your name is Fat? Like, are you sure?
Yeah. And then, like, back in the 70s, funk was spelled with P-H-U-N-K. We're funky. With the PH, because we got the PH, you know? Like, you know. But that was just a bunch of black dudes that were thinking they were...
Mm-hmm. Doing something right there.
I mean, they were.
And they did.
They were throwing it down.
Definitely so. More than I have. I know that for sure.
On a phone call, if someone tells you to tell someone else, tell him or her I said hi, do you actually do it?
No, not really. Hopefully, I'm just speaking on speakerphone, and if they heard them from where I was at, it was like, all right, they heard you.
Right,
if not,
right.
it's like,
She says hi too.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Have you ever microwaved bacon?
Never.
Perfect. At what age did you stop sucking your thumb?
I don't think I ever stopped. Like,
You should never stop. He's sucking his thumb right now, ladies
As
and
we
gentlemen.
I did something a little different than sucking my thumb. What I did is I would use the back part of my thumb, the upper part, like underneath the nail, and I would put it right next to my ear. And then with the little baby hairs, I would just like lightly touch them and go up and down, and that would soothe the fuck out of me. It's pretty weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for the Jesso's house. That was the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life, but also, I'm gonna try it tonight.
Do it. It's just pretty good. I
So
mean,
you're saying this?
yeah, like the bottom part of your skin underneath.
No, why
your
don't you
thumb.
do it for me right now?
I was about to, but then I was like, it's about right there. I'm not gonna be too
she's
weird.
like, let's.
We're never
maybe I
coming
should
back here
leave,
again.
leave the room. All right. When was the last time you mown the lawn or cut the grass? All right. Is it mow the lawn or cut the grass?
I've only ever heard mow the lawn. That's what's correct towards me. But if you're telling us someone else to do it, it's like, can you cut my grass? But if you're
That
doing
sounds
it,
sexual.
like, yeah. Can you service me in my house,
Can you water blast me
please?
instead of pressure washer? Water blast. Is it car insurance or car assurance?
For me, it's car insurance because, you know, it's insurance for your car. But if you want to be pretty country about it, you could go the other way around.
I got car insurance. Right?
Yeah.
Um,
Simplify the term.
did you ever watch a fight in high school or participate in one?
So not high school. I did watch a couple. You know, I would always be called by my friends to go and watch them fight some other people and just make sure more people wouldn't jump in for them.
So you were like the hold me back guy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll hold other people back, guy.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'd be there if, you know, they bring out a bat or something, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Something they like pull out, you know, like make sure everything's formal, you know. You don't want anyone to jump in.
Let's have a fair fight. You're like Herb Dean in the MMA, UFC. You're like, all right, come on. You got gloves on and shit.
Yeah, one guy would like had a broken arm, so it was like,
You're like, all right, call it off.
no behind the headshots.
Yeah.
It was just yelling and pushing. You know, I've only ever done that, like the yelling and pushing. You know, never really had to strike or protect. I mean, yeah, but not really antagonize, just rightfully defend vocally.
Yeah, I think, I mean, there were multiple fights that were like scheduled. Like it was an MMA fight in high school, but it started at like 7:15 a.m. You know, it was like, that's not the time you want to be fighting somebody, you know? But like, it had carried over from the day before, so you were like,
Well, you got
Oh.
to.
tomorrow morning it's on. Because like one dude, his mom is picking him up, and then the other dude is getting on the damn bus, and then
Interesting, yeah. I feel
you
like
meet up, and then everybody knows about it before they go home, and then so then everybody shows up like it's a damn event, and
makes
then
a circle.
yeah, and then if you don't show up as the fighter, then you're labeled a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And if you're the victim, you're still the bitch.
Exactly. So it's like lose. I mean, goddamn, don't bite off more than you can chew.
The real winners are the ones watching.
Yeah, because you're just like, oh, a black and a white, black and a white. All right. Have you ever had a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh my God, yes I have. I think. Or it was either my older brother's birthday party, but I love Chuck E. Cheese just a little bit. And that transcended onto my little brother. But yeah, I remember going into like the the ticket machine where they blasted the air and it was like you grab everything you
Oh,
can.
yeah, dude, yeah.
And I was so young that they let me and my mom go in there.
Oh,
So.
shit, y'all were double grabbing.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Oh fuck yeah, I got the 1,000."
We can get a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, or like either a lot of
Or a
candy
jump
like,
rope.
literally with Chuck E. Cheese on it, plastic.
That is probably the worst pizza. I mean, if we're ranking pizza like chains,
Mm-hmm.
they literally do not give a fuck about their pizza. It's like
No.
Chuck E. Cheese is the main event. Like that animatronic band that they got going up,
Oh yeah.
where the eyes just move around kind of creepily and they pretend to play music.
Yeah, that's what they showed, like the babies and everything. But if you know you're like 3 to 4 years old, the Chuck E. Cheese mascot would come out and like make you dance for some tickets.
Even weirder.
Yeah, it
Like
sounds
strip club vibes.
exactly what I was thinking. Like they training them very young now. Oh man.
Yeah, dude. I dated a girl a long time ago, and she had like a 4-year-old daughter. And
Red flag.
yes, but we would have to go to Chuck E. Cheese often, and they would check my ID. And I was like, dude, what the fuck do you think I'm here for? Like the skee ball? Like I'm here with my girlfriend and her daughter. And they're like, company policy. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
They thought you were gonna steal some kids.
Yeah. They were like, this 6'5" guy, he's obviously here to either take some kids or steal tickets playing the fucking Papa Shot.
He's trying to have more fun than anyone here.
Yeah. He's here for the pizza. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever bought anything from a kiosk at a mall? Like sunglasses, maybe a cheap ring.
No, they've always tried to, like, hey, what you want? I give you discount, I'll give you good price.
Right.
No, I mean, maybe I think the only kiosk I bought in anything from was like a Cinnabon, maybe, the pretzels.
Oh, that doesn't count. That's quality food.
Yeah, quality.
Like a Sbarro slice of pizza,
Yeah. Yeah.
They got Chick-fil-A in the kiosk,
So,
how much would you pay for eggs? Because I can't remember the last time I bought eggs. And there's all this uproar with the election that, like, eggs were going to be lowered, and I couldn't care less about eggs right now.
yeah, it was just, an appalling moment, I feel, for everyone. Like, eggs, something that should be almost given to people. But, all of a sudden they're $8 to $6 for 8 eggs, so.
Yeah. I mean, I used to always get the organic, farm-free, whatever, roaming, whatever. Like, they get to have sex and just live out their best lives.
The
Eggs.
nice eggs,
But,
delicious eggs.
now I think I'm boycotting eggs because I don't really even like them anyway.
Yeah, that's not really worth it anymore unless you're buying in bulk or you like your omelets a particular way. But
Yeah.
I feel like you're better off getting some meat or some protein, some tuna, some fish, some ribs.
Speaking my language, brother.
Sandwich.
Have you ever fucked up your handwriting on a job application?
Oh, so many times. I can't even remember this.
So there's always that line where it's like first name. And so you start to write your first name and then you realize, oh wait, I was supposed to write that on this line.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so you're like, Jesus Christ. So do you scratch it out or do you ask for another one or...
I'll ask for another one every single time. I can't let the main boss see that.
Just be like, oh, somebody spilled something on this when you just spit on it, like...
You put a booger on the bottom of the
Yeah, it's like, sir, I'm sorry, you handed me a terrible application.
Yeah, can't do that.
Have you ever eaten Gerber's baby food as an adult? Is it Gerber's or Gerbers? Gerber's?
Gerber's? Gerber? No, I think it's Gerber's. I feel like maybe not as an adult. I am still barely considering myself an adult. But maybe when I was like 14, 15, 16, maybe I tried a little bit of like some food. And I was in Mexico too, so it was cheaper over there. And I was just like, fuck it, give me some applesauce.
It's like 5 cents a little dollop. It's like one scoop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like if it's good enough for babies.
Right, and if you're feeding it to your child, it should taste good to you, you know?
Right.
I'm feeding them shit, but you know, it's good.
I want to try it first, and then I'll be the judge.
Yep.
Have you ever experienced a shooting of any sorts where you were somewhere nearby and you really had to run for your life?
Yes, I have. It was also in Mexico. And,
Shocking.
Yep. Had to have been, but yeah, no, I feel like the ones in America are more traumatic because they go for everyone around you.
Right.
And in Mexico, it's like, all right, people are killing each other because...
It's just these people.
Yeah, like, they're killing each other because, you know, they're trying to, like, protect their land and they're working it. So, like, illegally, obviously, I'd say about 80% of, like, the big money-making Mexican companies make their stuff somewhat illegal. Either they have people that they know or they have to work with other people. So if like you working in the wrong place, or if you just have, well, in this case, the one I witnessed, it was a ex-husband that killed his ex-wife, and he had paid an illegal immigrant even in Mexico. So an illegal immigrant in Mexico is someone from another country that ended up in Mexico because their country was so fucked up. And it was someone that was under the age of 18. And I had witnessed it. I was like probably 10 yards away from this person.
Damn.
And
so you saw blood splatter.
Oh yeah, I saw him fire the gun, the smoke come out of the gun. I like somewhat interpreted and heard from like the loud bangs, because there was a few loud bangs. It was an assassination, so...
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
So it was an important person. Because you can't say assassination unless it's like a mayor, governor, or president.
Yeah, I feel like... Well, yeah. I'm not sure like what terms assassination would have to go through to get that term, but for me, assassination was like they had to confirm that the person was dead and just not just like shoot him once and like strike fears. Like, no, the person must die.
It was a hit.
Yep.
Okay.
And I was right next to my mom, so
Jesus.
The first thing was like, Mom, I think they're... And I didn't even notice that he had shot like at a woman. I just noticed that he had shot. And I was like, oh, damn, they're probably going to try to shoot us next. So I was, like, telling my mom to, like, go around the corner, like, of the... We were at a center of, like, help, of, like, rehabilitation, of, like, physical, mental, and all that stuff. It was right next to my school at the time, and that was high school. It was right around the corner of the high school, too, so... A lot of the people that I went to school with, not all of them, but the ones that were present in that time and place, saw the body, and it was like on a hill, so like all the blood was going straight towards our car.
Dude. That's grim.
Yeah, and like luckily one of the coaches was able to put a blanket on top of the body, but since we were so close, we were asked to be witnesses in the court case.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. And it being Mexico, my mom didn't want me to be a witness either. She was like, no, we don't want...
He didn't see nothing. He's blind.
He's American. He don't know how to speak English. I mean, Spanish.
Right.
But
how have you not written like a horror novel by now? Like you...
I mean, I've definitely felt fear and been able to manage myself around it. You know, pull my mom aside and convince her that it's like for the better justice of the woman and her daughter that we go and witness and like talk about what we saw, give justice to the
Right.
situation. And the interesting part is that the ex-husband, he was ex-military, and he went to the mother's funeral because he said he didn't do it. Until the court date passed and everything, I'm pretty sure the daughter ended up going with like maybe a family member, but I wasn't there for most of it.
That is disturbing and intriguing.
Yeah, I'm mostly just grateful to be alive, When you feel the adrenaline of like almost dying or like feeling endangered like that, especially with like a gun and like with your mother or something, it's very interesting and it makes you move on from life very differently. I'm still only 22.
Yeah, you're a baby. Do you own a gun?
No.
Okay.
I got my left and right to keep me
All right.
safe.
You own these guns, right?
Oh yeah, brother.
They're unregistered.
Can't be.
All right. Last one, and we'll take a short break. Have you ever made fun of a handicapped person?
Oh, all the time. They just as human as me, and they got all the right to be abused verbally.
So, all right, let's break this down, okay? Because one of my favorite words is retard. But I'm not talking about a handicapped person.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, that's fucking retarded, or this fucking retard. But I'm never saying it about a handicapped or Down syndrome person.
Right.
Never. Same with the word gay. Like, if I drop my ice cream cone, that's gay. Like, it has nothing to do with homosexuality, and I'm never gonna call out someone who's homosexual and say, that gay dude, like, that's not how I intend to use those words. I just like the words.
I feel like you grew up in that time and age where it was like, that's gay, or like, oh, you're gay, but like it's not like, oh, you're homosexual, so we hate you. It's like, oh, that's gay. So
yeah,
it's like another way of saying like that's. Oh,
I always equate it to like me and my best friend Larry. We'd be playing like Madden or whatever video game at the time, and if he was beating me or if I was beating him, we would just go turn the game off. And we'd be like, oh, that's gay, dog. That's gay. But it wasn't like making fun of homosexuals. It was just like, that was our word, like, for what the situation.
A mutual understanding of
Yeah.
a sorts, but not like.
I just think we've gotten a little too out of control with trigger words and.
Right, and because, obviously the gay community, like, has
they've added on so many letters, I can't even keep up anymore. LGBTQ, X, Y, and Z.
They're very much united now, and, they protect themselves between themselves, and I feel like now and they have more power over the elderly folks that still actually hate them for being gay.
Or, just straight male and female, And, again, Maddie gets on me about this because she has a lot of gay bros, and, like, most of her friends are gay.
Or gals,
Or gals. Well, she doesn't have many lesbian friends, but maybe, I don't know.
They probably hit on her,
Yeah. Yeah, you're tall, drink of water. But the point is, it's how you use it. It's not the intent. It's like, it's not like, I don't know. So when was the last time you made fun of a handicapped person? It's the original question.
Maybe not me directly to a handicapped person, because, it always depends, like, oh, this person's handicapped, and, he's okay with it. Some people aren't okay with it, and, like, most people that have, like, Down syndrome or anything of the sorts, I've heard other people talking, and like people who are close to these people know that like people with Down syndrome are like the happiest people in the room, and that like they're great people to be around. They always know how to be happy.
Exactly.
So it's like there's no way to really offend them.
It's almost like the joke's on us.
Literally.
It's like, I'd rather be dumb and happy than smart and miserable.
That's quite right. That's exactly how I choose to live my life. You know, I could be smart. I could try to go to like the best college I can. I could always try to do all this stuff, but that's just going to bring me more pain. I'd rather be dumb and happy.
Yeah. I mean, and you're not dumb, but at the same time, it's like it's more of processing emotions, processing what's going on in the world. Like, the less you know about how fucked up everything is, the happier you'll be. And then, if you know nothing about how fucked up the world is, you're fucking walking on cloud 9, brother.
Exactly.
So
I've heard around there that like the smartest people are the ones who suffer the most. So, and like the more you know, the more you realize you really don't know nothing.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing, ever going cycle that just realizes it humbles you, really.
yeah. All right, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back. And we're back with the LaSala Show. I'm joined tonight by the lovely couple, Santiago and Isabel. I'm wondering, first of all, how did you meet? And did you hook up on the first night?
So we met through my roommates, ex-roommates. I didn't even talk to him the first night I met, or that I saw him. I was like talking to everyone because I had never met anyone in the room. I was new to like the friend group, I guess. So I was just talking to everyone, seeing everyone's vibe. And then I think the second night he came over, we talked because it was like him and our friend Gigi came over before everyone else. So then we talked and we realized like, oh, like, well, I realized, like, I like him and stuff. I want to hang out more. So then, and no, we did not hook up till, like, later.
It's probably like,
That night?
No, like, like, maybe, like, the next night or two, like, that we, like, so it was, like, after, like, 3 or 4 nights.
she had to pass, you know, a few of my tests, and then, you know, I had to, you know.
Oh, okay, so it was in your hands. You had the ball in your court.
No, I also said I didn't want to. Because I just wasn't wanting anything like hookups or anything like that. Like, I
As
wanted
far as I
something
remember,
serious.
you're like right before we did it, you're like, wait, I just don't want this to like just be for today, you know, like I just don't want it to be like just on the surface. And I was
Wow, dude.
I was like, don't worry, I'll come back for more.
Okay.
All right.
As a male, I think all we're thinking is, how can we charm these women? What do they actually want? Because it's pretty clear for men or boys what we desire in a female. And
yeah, it's not always the same, but you generally have a pretty good picture of what you want.
But for females, it's like Selena Gomez, who is gorgeous, is, I think, engaged to some, like, retarded-looking man. And we, as males, are just like, what the fuck? He must have, like, a great personality or penis. But
Right.
I don't even think women care that much about penis either. I think, like, it's like the weirdest thing. Like certain kinks, certain like.
Definitely depends on the individual. I feel like it depends on like their past partners, like their past traumas,
Right.
and their, it's always weird to think about it, but their parents, how their parents treated them.
Yeah.
Like if they idealize what their parents are as something that they would want, as a fatherly figure, as who they want to be, and like, there's a lot of women who like women nowadays, so sometimes they don't feel like they need a man anymore.
Right. Well, because like I mentioned before, penis size, a lot of girls only can have orgasms from oral sex. So what does that penis have to do with me?
Yeah. There's different women who have different orgasms from different manners. Some only need what's like needed on top. Some of them need double stipulation. Some of them, someone need
Ram that fucking alligator up my ass and then pour some ice cream on my face and slap my tits. That's how I orgasm.
and
I don't know what
choke
to tell
me,
you.
and
Yeah,
talk.
and choke me.
Right.
All right, so Isabel, have you ever been suspended from school?
No, I've had a lot of detentions, but I never like did anything super bad. Like I feel like at the school I went to, you would have to actually physically harm someone to get suspended, or like really fuck some shit up to get suspended. So no, I never did anything that bad.
So detention, that is just like a lot of writing and being
Sometimes-
away.
Mostly it was like cleaning stuff.
Cleaning.
Yeah, like scraping gum off desks, or like
Holy shit.
cleaning the classrooms or something.
That's like prison.
Well, it worked, so.
I'm an upstanding citizen now.
That's some Christian
Definitely.
schools, you know what I'm saying?
Do you clean a public toilet before you sit down to potty?
I mean, I don't have like wet wipes or cleaning supplies, but like, I probably wouldn't use the bathroom if it didn't seem clean already.
So not Cafe Cottage, right?
No, probably not.
Oh man.
By the way, fuck that place. Don't eat there. Don't drink there. Don't go there. When was last time you fell where alcohol wasn't related?
I fell. I don't know. I mean, does weed also count?
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
I might have fallen just from like misstepping on the stairs or something, because I have 3 stories of stairs
Okay,
to get to my apartment, but that's like, I can't even remember the last time.
stairs are fair. I agree with that. How do you feel about smoking in cars?
Cigarettes are probably better. Like, weed is probably not great to smoke in cars.
All right.
Just because if it happens, like, the cops smell it, they could probably search your car. But, it happens sometimes, so.
How do you feel about your partner smoking the cigs?
I mean, we both smoke
Aha.
the cigarettes sometimes, so I can't really judge. I don't think it's great, obviously, for either of us, but.
And she didn't smoke before me, so like sometimes, not always, but sometimes she'll be like, well, I never smoked before I met you, and I was like, well, I never asked you to smoke with me anyway.
See? Okay, so it's the reverse with me and Maddie, because she's the one that brought home the fucking...
Vape.
The vape, what was it called, though? It was like the original one. The one that got
yeah.
fucking tampon.
Alto? No. It was
No.
like
Old school.
it was like the rectangular one, right?
Yeah. God.
I never had that one.
Obviously killed my brain cells. But it was,
The ones that they illegalized, right?
Yeah, because of the flavors. And then now it's back and better than ever. But she's the one that got me on that shit. And, you know, I only do it at night before bed because it... Good night, sir. And I think cigarettes themselves are just stinky unless you're actually involved with them.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, even then, like, they still get to be stinky, and, you know, it's like, oh, shit, I need to wash my hands, or, like...
Yeah, there's a whole process to it.
Mm-hmm. And, like, the only real joy out of it is, like, inhaling it, because even smelling it, if you have it lit right next to you and you're not smoking it, it's like, oh...
Yeah, it's almost like, you know... I'm trying to think of the... Like, if you're witnessing someone eating barbecue, but you're not eating it, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, like, get away from
Or
it.
beef jerky. That's even better.
Oh, yeah,
Because,
beef
like,
jerky.
some people will eat beef jerky and, like, burp, and you're like, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck are we doing here? But if you're eating beef jerky, too,
Mm-hmm.
y'all are both going to Flavor Town. I mean...
Jamming.
Santiago, what is your Uber rating?
Ah, shit. I hope it's pretty good. I think it's like... Let me look at it real quick. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good, but...
Isabel, have you done Uber?
I used his account because when I tried to sign up, there was just problems with...
All your DUIs?
No, I don't know if I put my social security in wrong or something, but they said like something was wrong with my social security.
My man has a 98% satisfactory rating.
Oh, yeah, man.
99 on time rate.
My acceptance rate's only at 34%.
That's okay. Sometimes you don't want to go to that side of town. I
Yeah,
understand.
They'll be offering $4 for like 15 miles, and I'm like, nah. Oh,
I understand. Do you know what a lazy Susan is?
a Blazy Susan?
A lazy Susan.
Is that like your aunt? or
I
something?
mean, I don't know what your aunt's name is, but are you familiar with the term?
No, I can't say that.
Isabel,
Oh yeah, I know what a lazy Susan is.
can you explain?
It's like a platter that spins. Like you can either hold stuff in it. Like we
Oh,
have
yeah.
one, you know, the plastic one
Yeah, I
that
think
holds teas and stuff, and it spins so you can.
I remember now.
get
We've
it
had
out.
one at your family gathering.
Mm.
But like, yeah.
It's perfect. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hey, can you pass the mashed potatoes? And like you fumble it and spill it on somebody, or
You just turn it. Anyone could turn it.
yeah, it's just like, all right, I want the fucking coconut cream pie, or I want the gravy. You know, just.
As long as it's big enough, I feel like it's good.
Do you have any doctors in your family, either of you?
No.
Not that I know of. I might have like some distant family, possibly. Or friends of family, you know, but it's never directly.
Okay, do you consider...
I have an aunt that's like an eye doctor.
Okay, that's what I was about to get to. Like a Dr. Joe Biden or a Dr. Drew. Like, Dr. Drew is an internalist. He can, like, diagnose your intestines and shit.
Oh, really?
Dr. Joe Biden is just a doctor.
A doctor.
A
A doctor in?
quote-unquote doctor.
Doctor.
Which one would you rather have on a plane? That's what I'm asking. Someone who can diagnose a rupture in your intestine, or someone who can write a book and, you know.
I feel like I'd rather have like, you know, a qualified surgeon.
Yeah.
Or like
An
a soldier.
internalist addiction medicine specialist, someone that's actually done some ER work.
Right.
Other
Like,
than, sir, you've been in a major car accident. Dr. Joe Biden's here to come save you. I'd be like, just fucking shoot me right now in the face.
Nice.
So we all did not vote for Trump, yes?
I didn't vote for anybody. Who'd you vote for, Isabel?
I also couldn't get to Lake Charles on the voting times. Like, my voting poll is like an hour and a half away from here where I'm registered.
And I only voted because
Who did you vote for, Mr. Jesse? LaSala?
I wrote myself in.
You were... You voted for yourself?
I voted for myself because I didn't like either candidate. I didn't think either were gonna do anything great.
The only person to come close to wanting to vote for them was Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, and they blackballed him pretty hard in like back-to-back elections. And I hate talking politics on this show because I like to keep it lighthearted, but as long as we keep it as a two-party system, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, do you think Trump actually got shot? Or was that
I feel
a prop?
I do feel like it was almost instigated of sorts. It's crazy to want to think about a teen basically committing suicide for just a movement, but I greatly feel like it could have been known about. Like the security team, didn't see a building that was clearly 100, 200 yards away from where one of the biggest businessmen who's most hated, who has already been a president, who wants to be the president again.
Right.
Like, it could have definitely been set up.
And it was like a 19-year-old kid, or it was like a youngster,
Yeah, it could have been 17.
I felt there was more about this than we know about now.
And if they wanted to kill Trump, it would have been an ex-veteran, someone who's already done it and, will actually confirm the kill. But no, it was
child. He just happened to turn to the left or the right at the certain time that the shot was released, and then he stood up and put his Nazi hand up, what the fuck?
And as a power move, you gotta kind of almost like motherfucker, he just did that. And it's like, you like him or you hate him, he just did that. He was almost killed, and then he did a power move right after.
Yeah.
Not even a whole 2 minutes after. Instantaneous.
I don't buy it. I think it's crazy. I think Elon Musk is actually the president of the United States.
I feel like if anyone was ever to hear this podcast, we'll probably get assassinated. So.
My address is 729 Horseshoe Avenue in Indianapolis, Indiana. Come get me, bitches.
I live at Cafe Cottage.
I live at Cafe Cottage.
If you ever need me, ask
for Lou.
Oh, man.
When was the last time you went to an all-you-can-eat buffet?
I went to King Buffet with Isabel maybe a few weeks ago. No, it was a few months. I don't know anymore. It was a month or 2 to 3 months ago. And it was it was okay. The food's usually just okay. It's a big variety and it's okay, but maybe 1 or 2 things are good.
Yeah, you have to scout out you have to take a one around and be okay, the beef, that looks pretty good. I don't know about this fried shrimp. this rice has been here for 7 hours. You know, like, you have to really... And then the ice cream is always just like...
Serve yourself, you know. The
If
best.
you just want to eat ice cream all night, just go to a buffet and spend $30
And you know I'll be there like at least 3 to 4 times.
Yeah. I mean...
What is it? We went for the sandwiches, McAllister's?
Jason's Deli.
Jason's Deli.
Ah.
Y'all should go to Jason's Deli. They have a nice soft serve.
Dude,
Free ice cream as long as you eat there.
And the salad station is mint. It's pretty well kept.
Sandwiches come with chips, you know.
Yeah, standard.
The water tastes pretty fine, you know. What else do you need?
Yeah, that is the only bad thing. They don't serve booze there.
Right.
God damn it. Have you ever spoken the words, well, you just lost a customer?
Not personally. I don't feel like...
Or have you ever been told?
Oh, definitely. Like, at least I've heard it, like, at least a couple times.
And how many fucks did you give?
Oh, none at all. Especially as a server, there is no shits to be given to begin with. What was that?
Oh, sorry, that's my foot massager.
Oh, I thought it was a bomb.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill both of you right now.
Be a good way to go.
I think the empowerment of the consumer has become a little too intense to where it's like, well, I'm gonna film you right now, and you know, it's like going to a zoo and like tapping on the lion's cage, and then when the lion comes and like jumps at you, you're like, see, this lion's an asshole, you know. Like, it's like, bitch, you provoked me. Like,
yeah, it's very comedic the way that certain people will try to antagonize people and be like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna call your manager and I'm white and they're gonna fire you because I'm not happy with your service.
I'm calling DEI. Alright, a couple more and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Last time you've been to a hibachi grill, and have you ever been flipped something into your mouth?
Not personally.
I'm sorry for that, brother. Me either. I want that buzz, you know?
Yeah.
Where like you have to like bob for a piece of onion or something.
A carrot, yeah.
Yeah, a fucking carrot, and then it lands on your like eyelid, and you have to tell your boss what happened.
And then they spank like a chicken made out of like rice, and then everyone eats from this chicken made of rice.
Yeah. Have you ever masturbated in a public bathroom? Yes or yes?
Maybe. What would you consider public? You know, like a public library, a public school, a public...
Dude, public school is bold, I would say. I would hold that one under the vest.
I'm just glad I didn't go to any American schools growing up.
There we go. We got one on the board. What is your hangover cure?
Ooh, hangover cure is gonna be a nice spicy ramen cup. Maybe some chicken in there. I'm
Okay.
used to eating pozole. So, you know, get you some spicy Mexican food and then like a beer and then like maybe 2 more shots. And then if you really need to, and like only if you've been as hungover as I have, you can drink a fuck ton of baking soda and water and puke your guts out the next day over. And it's going to be terrible for like
3 minutes.
Absolutely
And
terrible. And then you'll feel pretty alright, you know? Yeah.
Isabel, any thoughts?
Liquid IV is pretty good.
Okay, yes. That is not our sponsor, but we hope one day they will pick us up. But yeah, I used to always go for the liquid IV, and it was just like you just down it right before you go to sleep, and then you wake up and it's like nothing ever happened.
I've only heard good things about Liquid IV.
You hear that, Liquid IV? Sponsor us. $5 a month. I'm lowballing you. All right, last question for both of you. How do you eat a burger? Do you cut it in half, and then once you take a bite, do you put it on the bun side up or the bun side down?
If possible, I would always try chopping it down the middle. I feel like it's easier to eat as a whole, because if you try eating a burger as a whole, the sides are going to start pushing out at some point. And then pro tip, I would flip the bun upside down so that the bottom thicker bun is at the bottom, because that thinner bottom bun is it's way better to be on the top. It's not going to get as mushy as gravity. You know, it's a pro tip.
This is why I want to go into the sauce business with Santiago.
We are the sauce bosses and sauce sisters now that Isabel is involved. Is that right, Isabel?
I guess.
There we go.
Yeah, Santiago Sala. Wait, no. We would have to involve Isabel. Isabella Santiago.
Oh. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Isabella
Yeah, it has all three of our names in there. Isabella Santiago.
Bella Santi Zagala.
We'll workshop it, all right?
Yeah, we'll find something.
Well, thank you, Isabel and Santiago, for being on the show. And any last parting words?
It's been pretty good. Don't beat your meat in a public space. It's not cool.
And Isabel, can we use one of your drawings for the episode picture?
Yes. I have an Instagram that y'all should check out. It's rathouse812.
Rathouse812 on Instagram. Check out her art. It's amazing. Check out my boy Santiago, who can fucking blast your house with hot water, brother.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll cook you some food up too, and Jesse's gonna help me with the sauce and bring it to you straight here from the LaSala show, and straight from Louisiana. And And until next time, don't die.